Yeah, and now we are starting again the round of 32 of the ESOC Autumn Championship. And this is the best of 5. And it's Stanley Winston versus Tedere12 on Klondike.
Indeed.
So Klondike is a 5 TP map. And as I said before, I would have liked to see some Spain or Aero or some.
Well, Aero is nothing special, but
you can take TPs with Aero.
Aero is just a fast save. Like you can be aggressive with Aero, but it's not like they have anything special with TPs, you know. I mean, but yeah, I see what you mean. At least would be better than Brits or Dutch.
Yeah, because Brits and Dutch, both of them not TP tips. I mean, you don't need a TP because you get a lot of XP out of your banks. Okay, on this side of the map we have Tedere12 in the color blue and he's playing Brits, and on the other side of the map we have Stanley Winston in the color red, and he's playing Dutch.
Indeed. Yeah, so really surprising picks. It's also a map where the 5 TPs are all in the middle. I mean, not in the middle, they're on the side, but I mean, they're not. There's no TP in base. That's my point. So it's really a map where you need some map control to control a bit of TPs. You can't just take a TP in base, for example. So, well, I guess it's fine because actually both of them are most likely just going to ignore completely the TP line in this matchup. I don't think any of these guys are gonna take TPs, which means. Well, it's kind of sad because it means they don't really use the map, but it makes it kind of fair that no one uses the TPs, at least. I do like that there's a lot of small coin treasures there, always on this side. There's a ton of them, and they're pretty good, like 50 coin I had. This is another 50 coin, and another 50 coins. That's already 150 coin. There's also a couple more usually here, and that's very good for Dutch, actually. He might be able to just mine absolutely no coin and just age up with the gold, make his villagers from these gold treasures, especially with the envoy helping him to find them. You can see he already got actually not so much, he only got 80 coin, but that's still pretty good for him, I would say. Brits could have probably made a market from this gold also.
By the way, was it a coin start?
I am not. No, it was a food start because Dutch had some food, I think. So it was 200 food, 200 wood, 300 food for Brits, and some stuff for Dutch. Like for Dutch, I think then it's 400 gold, 100 wood, 100 food. Dutch can have even 500 gold if it's a gold start, I think, or is it? Yeah, I think it's 400 or 500, yeah. Anyway, 3 wheels coming in for a Dutch now, which is of course very classic. Would be surprising to see anything else. Already aging up at a very early time.
Nice.
He had to wait a little bit in Stone Center. I think he mostly used, like we said, the gold treasures to make villagers, and also because he had this extra 100 food created start, he was able to age up this fast. And Brits aging up a bit later.
Yeah.
But still at a decent time, I guess. Also going for the classic 3 villagers.
Yeah, this is really classic. Like on this map, we do classic stuff, I guess, with this kind of saves.
Well, it's more like, anyway, everyone sends always 3 villagers, but you could see Brits shipping Virginia Company instead, but on a map with no food like this, I don't think it's any good to ship Virginia Company, so...
No, I don't think so. That's a good idea on this kind of map.
Yeah.
And there we go, a market for Brits is going up, and I expect in Dutch to also having a market soon.
No, Dutch is probably gathering wood for a bank right now. I'm sorry to say no, but...
I was thinking it's so standard that I say some standard stuff.
But it's not standard for Dutch to go market in transition.
Okay, it's not standard. You see the standard
will
bank
go down like right now, there. He's over chopping a bit of food actually. He should have been mining maybe. A bit of miss macro there. You can see he got too much food and not enough gold. I don't think he got any villager in queue. He actually does, so I guess he just got enough coin treasures that he didn't even need, so it's actually a good macro. I'm not sure why he's still chopping wood, maybe there will be a reason. We do see 2 villagers going forward for Brits.
Yeah, but Stanley Winston with his little envoy, he scouted it.
Yep, that's very good for him.
Yeah.
A barracks going down already.
Do you think he will add a stable soon?
Against Dutch, I definitely would like him to add a stable. I don't know if he will, but I think he should. Although you can also start just double racks, longbow, pike, and it's pretty hard for Dutch to do anything against this early on, and then add a stable a bit later. And you can see that this 500 foot age up usually means that the guy is going a longbow pike. I would like him to mine the remaining gold he needs for steel traps. I think he's doing it right now actually, which is very good. Because he's gonna ship wood crates and will put most of his villagers on foot, so I think having steel traps is pretty good. It's anyway a good upgrade. So units in queue, let's see, I guess you start pikes, which would be the safest way to do it. And probably gonna add another barracks very soon, like now I guess. Yeah, there we go. So he's doing a classic longbow pike rush, like you can do against Japan.
This I wanted to say, he's doing a classic longbow pike rush. And he's sieging a market.
Okay, that's not the most interesting building to siege down.
Well, to be honest, market is a really big place, I mean building. And I think it's nice, because then you have more space to move your units and you're not getting stuck somewhere.
Yeah, this is true, but the guy can also just make a wall instead when you're going back, or make his market again, and it got 2k HP and cost only 100 wood.
Can you show shipments then?
Oh wait, is it colonial militia? Yeah, okay, we have colonial militia in already.
I was going to say, because look, the town center, he should one pike.
And he's snaring, he's gonna... he should have snared the pikes with the explorers, and the TC could maybe kill one more. And not shoot at the explorer with the colonial militia, because it's not very interesting. But yeah, okay, so well, I'm not sure for who it's a better trade at this point. I mean, like right now Tedere lost only 3 pikes and killed the market.
I don't know if it was a good trade, because I'm pretty sure that Stanley had all his upgrades, and why you should then, I mean, when you lose your market then you don't care.
Well, he actually got absolutely no market upgrade. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But it's not even just about this. It's like also Dutch usually struggles for wood, because when you invest your wood crates into banks and you don't have so much wood left for doing, I don't know, for example, pikes or houses or whatever, you know, or upgrades when you're in H3 for your house. And so usually you like to have a market and be able to trade in your market to buy some wood as Dutch. And it's also like...
Stanley don't need the market.
He lost only 3 pikes, killed the market, idled villagers, and forced a colonial militia card. I think it's very good for Tedere, actually.
We are in round of 32, no one needs a market. The players are so good, they don't need markets.
Yeah, but they need their shipments, and shipping colonial militia is probably just overkill. He killed only 3 pikes with it, it's not huge. And you see, Tedere was just smart. He identified the colonial militia and decided that he would not make more pikes and more stuff. He just decided to stop directly.
Yeah, I think he's going very boomy. Can we see his base? You're all the time in Dutch base. Okay, nice.
Yeah, because that's where's the action. Dutch is aging now, actually.
Oh, wow.
Not so fast, actually, for naked FF.
But wait. Tedere is stacking 1k food.
He's gonna age for sure. I'm not sure if he wants to ship 700 gold, but at this point he should probably just keep it. And I think he wants to skip it and just gather the resources, because he put so many years on coin now, 25. He's just gonna age up like this, which is okay, I guess. But the problem is that Dutch is already gonna be H3 in like 10 seconds, and Tedere is not even aging, and he still needs to age up slowly because Brits don't have the exiled prince politicians, so they can't age up fast. So he will need another like 1 minute 50 to age up, and this gives just plenty of time to Dutch to pressure. But well, at the same time, well, Dutch did make 5 banks. I was gonna say he probably had to cut some, but no, he has 5 banks.
And now we see he have a barracks and stable going up.
Yeah, he had to chop or buy the wood for this, which is not great for him, but I mean, at the end of the day, he still got his H3. He got 5 banks. He's getting some market upgrades now.
But look, Tedere is aging.
Yeah, but like I said, it's gonna take forever that he reaches H3 because he doesn't have the fast age, and it's just gonna be really long.
Yeah, but now this is a window where exactly what I was going to say. Stanley needs to ship some units and go and pressure the base of Tedere.
Yeah, he could have probably just made 5 Ritas and ship 9 and just directly run there, you know, and try to raid a bit because, well, there's not so many hands right under TC and the trees are also a little bit far, so I'm pretty sure if you bring your Ritas like somewhere here, you can kill 1 or 2 Virs or at least idle the villagers. Maybe deny some further hunting and this kind of stuff. So I think with like another batch of Ritas and just pushing directly, he would have been fine. The problem is that he probably thinks that Tedere is not aging. He probably thinks because he scouted these double racks that Tedere is committing to H2 and gonna make a ton of units in H2. And I think that's why he's a bit afraid to push. But in fact, Tedere is aging. And the problem for Stanley is that the more he waits, the better it gets for Tedere because he will be able maybe to ship, for example, his falconets and hold.
Yeah, and he's also, of course, really good at economy. I mean, I think from the eco, Dutch and Brits on EP have kind of the same economic.
Well, Brits can outboom, but yeah, the way Tedere played it, which was a bit greedy but not so much because he still used some wood for 2 barracks and some pikes and got only 13 manors, it makes it kind of close, yeah. Also, it's important to note that Dutch still has only no placer mines and no steel traps, while Brits has everything. Also, the banks are not so good because they're not upgraded like villagers.
And now we can see that Stanley Winston, he see that Tedere aged, and now he decided to push, but it's not a good idea to push in longbows.
Yeah, and the 7 longbow age up, which is a special British age up. Well, it's of course not as good as aging up fast, but it's still one of the best age up you can get.
Wood.
Yeah, he's very greedy. I'm not sure I like this. I guess it's okay. He still has a lot of manors to make, and he can just use his 1k wood to make some manors and a stable, for example, and upgrade his longbows. And it will give him a lot of XP, and he might be able to ship falconets just next, you know, like right now or something. Let's see what he's doing with this.
Oh, you have two stables.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, wow, 2 stables. That's a nice switch. Maybe a bit of overkill. I'm not sure you need so many buildings, but
he's going goon longbows. I would like longbow house.
Goons? How do you know?
He have some goons? Are you blind?
Yeah, but it's 5 goons. I mean, it's not like he's gonna make full look. Oh no, this is Stanley. I mean, he's not maybe gonna make full goons. I think it's nice to start.
There are coming more goons.
Yeah, it's good to start with a bit of goons just in case there's a batch coming, and then you have like just enough goons to one shoot. He could stop making goons right now. Actually, like 9 goons would probably be enough for early fortress because Dutch can't make so much cav. Also, you can see that Dutch already got 5 hus out and making 5 more now. Probably gonna do like he did already in another game, if you remember, against Mongobilion.
Yes.
I think where he made a big hus switch, and he's probably just gonna ship. He's upgrading them and probably just gonna ship 4 hus and then push, and try to get to catch Tedere off guard.
Would you like that there's maybe coming some calf combat for Stanley?
It's maybe a bit early. I don't think it's worth it. I think at this point 4 hus or something like that is more valuable than calf combat. Maybe later. 8 Ville, sorry, for Brits is so greedy right now. He's now at 19 manors, so basically max manors. Does this count or not? Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's at 20 manors now. Wow. So max manors and ship 8 villas is gonna have an insane eco, 62 villagers. He's now outbooming Dutch by a fair margin of 12 villas.
This is a lot.
And the longbows just beat skirms basically. It's not a very easy matchup for Dutch. Also, he needs to take care. Where is he going right now? And like you said, I would have liked him to make some husk, because right now I don't think he's gonna be able to kill the husk so easily. He also had some pikes somewhere, but they're here. Don't put your hands.
Yeah, but don't go away from the fight, please.
Yeah, but when you put your hands in front of the...
Yeah, people want to see the fight. Okay? So... This... Well, Tedere is not doing such a bad job at killing the husk.
Yeah, he just had a ton of goons, but what I was saying is that here there's still some 5 pikes and I don't know what they're doing, and they would have helped a lot to tank and block the hussars a little bit at least. Because now he's basically going to probably lose this fight just because there's some husk on his longbows. I don't understand how it's actually a fair population fight, like, oh, there's some longbows here, that's why I guess. Yeah, and with the facts coming here, he's gonna be fine, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a bit too late.
I think it's okay. He still got only 4 goons. Yeah, but he got a few more. If only he can save them and not go in the fight with them. Please go back. He needs them to cover his facts now. He's already dropping like a bit of HP on them because there's some husk coming. Wow, that's actually pretty close. Okay, the fags coming. Nice bait from the goons. Nice volleys from the fags. They have to shoot. Oh, only one fag shot.
Oh, but they are coming fast. Oh.
If he can go between the trees, he's probably okay. He needs to do a good job at covering. This is not very good. Okay, he's probably just gonna lose his fags there. I don't understand so much. Also, I mean, there's like 2 Ritas. He might catch the stuff.
You need to run now.
He needs to micro it good. Just snipe the Ritas and the... Oh no, this is not good. Okay, he's not gonna be able to go in there. There's enough husk to cover. This is probably gonna be a bad trade for Tedere in the end. I don't think he should go in. Although he does pop some longbows there, and well, that's a very tense game right now.
Looks fair.
I'm actually not sure why Stanley is pulling back against 10 longbows with all these skirms. The goons are virtually useless because you can kill them, and just like this husk would be one shot by the skirms, and then the skirms would win everything else. Well, still interesting to say that Stanley shipped only units in H3, while Tedere started very greedy with 1k wood and 8 veers, which is why he's ahead now. He got like 2 stables and 2 barracks, which means he can switch to whatever unit composition he wants, while Stanley got only 1 racks and 1 stable. He also got more eco, 10 more veers now. So it should be fine for Tedere at this point. He just needs to hold a bit. Now he can just ship more longbows and hold, but there's a fort. That's very aggressive fort. And there's a front base.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants the map control and also the popping longbows and oh.
Don't place the fort. Oh my god, this is gonna be tough. I mean, there's a lot of goons to kill the husk. It looks very bad. The husks are upgraded now, which is exactly what Tedere wants. The red husks are going to die. A few Ritters might be able to save the skirms at this point, but he's still gonna have to go back and most likely going to lose his fort. Or maybe not. Well, that's a lot of longbows coming. If he could... I wonder what units Tedere is about to pop now. More longbows. Could have probably made a batch of pikes for this fort, to be honest, like 5 or something. I don't know where has a 5 pike. I'm not sure, yeah, I guess. Tedere shouldn't have been pushing in this. He should have sieged with his hussars and his goons and just keep the longbows shooting at the skirms because they have more range. He didn't need to go in, you know. It's another 2 hussars that's gonna die for nothing. And now you're right, the fort is up, and that's very tough for Tedere. I mean,
yeah, because all popping longbows now getting some damage when. Yeah, you see, they're getting some free damage.
Yeah, he's mixing an artillery foundry though, but oh, that's a lot of free kills there. The fort is not the best card. It's traditionally not a very good building, but well, it is still doing its job right now to take a bit of map control and deny the front base. Now the question is Tedere gonna be able to get a nice batch of fags? I'm trying to check if Stanley got a
He's
natty refund
making,
rate.
oh, he's making
Petards.
petards.
Oh no, that's very disappointing. Petards are not gonna do anything because there's all the red armies there.
And also the fort has so much HP, you need so many petards.
Yeah, probably 5 petards at this point would finish the fort, but I mean...
5 petards, it's like, look, 25, 250 food and 500 wood.
Yeah, might be okay trade. The problem is that I would just like Falks much better because Falks are just... They would also kill the scums. Well, they're gonna do the job. This fort is definitely dead now. Which is actually pretty funny that we have petards and forts in round of 32. But, I mean, imagine just a 5 Falks pop. He got map control, he got some gold mines. He would be able to just pop 5 Falks and kill the fort and kill the scums as well with them. But okay, a small raid going on there, killing 2 villagers already. The hussars are gonna die though. Wonder if they already shipped calf combat. Tedere did. I like it. I don't like the 1k food from Stanley. I guess it's just out of food, but I'm not a fan of this. I think with this kind of mass of scums you can ship scum combat and it's worth more. It's just better than 1k food, I would say.
Well, the problem is that Stanley don't have so much map control.
Yeah, he's really out of food right now. It's gonna be tough for him. He lost his fort. He got only 1 Reichs down. There's still 2 Reichs for blue, 1 artillery foundry and 2 stables. He can really pop whatever he likes now. Probably just gonna make Falks at this point. I mean, yeah, he's queuing a Falk. When you dropped 300 wood for an artillery foundry, it makes sense to just pay for Falks as well. If you can get even like 2 or 3 of them, it's enough to apply a big pressure on this mass of skirms. And Stanley doesn't have quite the mass of cav at the moment to kill these Falks, although he's popping a lot now. He got 2 stables and 2 Raxes now.
Yeah, and he have calf combat.
He didn't ship 1k wood, but he shipped 1k food, which is questionable.
Well, when you don't have so much map and you're out of food because it's not a map with a lot of food, I think then it's okay.
I don't know, I feel like with 1k wood you can make 2 meals.
Oh, what is going on there?
Well, it's only 1 fact, which is not the best pop ever, but it's still doing some damage.
But so many
hussars, yeah.
They have calf combat.
I'm trying to check if there's anything coming from Tedere, but I mean, the military population is so one-sided now. We shouldn't underestimate longbows, but at this point there's so many hussars and I think everything is just gonna die. 10 guns gonna save the day, maybe gonna let the longbows and Veers escape, but they're not gonna win the fight, especially not when he runs them inside like this. He needs to pull his Veers back. This was a mistake. When you feel like you maybe lose the fight, just pull your Veers somewhere else to save them. It looks very bad for Tedere at this point actually, like, what is he gonna do to catch up?
He's cleaned up. This looks not so good. And he's losing so many villagers. Look, it's not...
Oh wow, Tedere resigned.
Oh, this was a fast GG.
This was a good game.
Yeah, I mean it was not fast, but I didn't expect so fast GG from Tedere. But yeah, we see that Stanley still has 70 pop of military, basically 69. And yeah, GG, well played by both players.
I feel like Tedere just kind of threw the game. I think he should be able to win this. I mean, it was really close and he just gave too many free kills, I think. Like in the ratio, you can probably see that Stanley just got much more kills. Because Tedere wasted a lot, I think. He had more resources, I guess. He had a good mass. I just don't know why he didn't make 5 Falks and kill the fort with them. It would have been literally impossible for Dutch to do anything at this point.
5 Falks are so expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but when you have 5 Falks and you just need to make Huss and Goons to cover them, or or a few longbows, a few goons, you know, like you don't need them to make a ton of longbows. And look how many skirms, like Stanley was just going so heavy on skirms. He got 90 skirms in this game.
Yeah.
So the Fags would have done a great job, I think, but well, he could have anyway won even without Fags, but I guess he just took some bad trades here.
Yeah, it's Stanley Winston won this game. I wanted to say something, but I bite on my tongue.
Okay. Yeah.
About the bad things.
Well, so good game, and well, we can see only a few pikes at start. He was 3, and then he decided to make no units, which I really like.
Well, GG out.
GG out. So first game goes to Stanley Winston, which means he's going to have to pick first for the next game.
Do you want to talk about your betting?
Yeah, if you want, we can talk about it. I wonder what's the next map actually.
I'm not sure. You are also playing a round of 32, so you should know the map pool.
I don't remember. I know I vetoed Indonesia, so they probably also vetoed it. If they didn't, it's maybe the map now. I'm not sure.
Do you know when the Civ reset?
Yeah, it's always the same. It's at game 3 of the game 4 of the best of 5. It resets. It's always after the middle game that it resets basically. Yes, this fort could have been denied, I think. Before it even went up, could have been singed down, I think. But yeah. Longbows are just so strong in skirms fight, like they really kill skirms. So you can, even with less longbows, you can just keep them shooting and force the other guy to go back and just siege with your hussars, and at least it would have taken more HP off the fort. Anyway.
Aztec! Hype! Hype! Some Stanley tech.
So, let's ask him if he's locked. Oops, yes.
And record, please. Oh, it seems like it's Thar Desert. Oh, and the Aztec is such a good... No, wait, Thar Desert? I'm confused. No, it's a good pick. It's a non-TP map, right?
It's a no-TP map, and Aztecs are pretty good on this map, I would say.
I think
it's a map where you played 2 times on tournament with Aztecs on this. 1 time against Master Dutch and 1 time against Duck.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 of the best of 5 of the ESOC Autumn Championship, round of 32. It's Stanley Winston versus Tedere12.
Yeah, and looks like we're gonna have Aztecs against Russia matchup on Thar Desert, yeah. Which are for sure 2 thieves that you can see on this map, because they can be aggressive, because they have that extra map control on a pretty low food map and without any TP, which means that a lot of thieves are much worse on this map, like for example France, Germany, Brits because of the low food, or Portuguese, for example, and it makes Aztecs and Russia significantly better on this map. I hope it was recorded.
Well, if not, it's not the biggest deal because it's casted.
It's recorded.
So we have this really nice looking map, Thar Desert, with no TPs, and it's not a low resources map, I would say. There are some, but a bit far. Some.
It's super low food. The gold is it's actually heavy on gold. So there's a lot of gold, but the food is really low. I mean, even some of these hunts are just like for elephants.
But they have so much food, these elephants.
Yeah, it's like 2 bisons, you know, it's not, it's 8 bisons here, 8 bisons here, another, you know, it's not a ton, and it's also impossible to hurt them because, well, when you kill one of these guys, it's already like 25% of the guys are dead, you know, far, whatever.
So we have here in the color pink, Stanley Winston, and he's playing one of his main thieves, Aztec. And on the other side of the map, also playing one of his main thieves, it's Tedere12 with Russia.
Indeed. We usually have wood treasures on this map, one here, and usually one on the top. Yeah, there we go. They're in the really classic spot, which you have a lot.
Yeah, we can say to everyone who's watching, remember these spots. It always spawn on these sites, like 90% of every game on Thar Desert.
Yeah, sometimes they don't spawn, but mostly they're here and here. So you can directly rush to this point, like Stanley did, I think.
Yeah, he's exactly doing this.
And
he didn't see, he's. I'm pretty sure
he's waiting for his stuff.
Yeah. What is it called? His stuff. It's not the real word.
Yeah, I don't know the real word, so I'm just gonna call it stuff and fuck it. He just took the 55 gold in his space, I guess. Yeah.
Maybe it's called conversion.
Yeah, maybe. And there we go. Just gonna get that sweet wood. It's pretty good for Aztecs to get this warhead up a bit faster, and really easy to take with 2 pets and the strong explorer with 500 HP.
So I think in this matchup it's really Wu is a better rush player. Wu is faster and Wu has a better micro and macro.
Well, it's actually most likely gonna be like Aztec rushing and Russia defending, because I don't think Russia can rush Aztecs.
No, I don't think so. Of course, Aztec is a bit fast, and also we see that. Wow, Stanley make a market. He's getting hunting dogs.
Do you know when he did this? I mean, I don't think he had to chop any wood. I think he just used the treasure.
Yeah.
I think he just made from 300 wood start. Was it 300 wood start?
It was a 300 wood start. And
no, it was a coin start. So.
No, then he bought because he have this treasure guardian where you get some coin.
He got 85 coin.
Yeah.
Made the market, bought for a house, which I like, and then used the 90 wood.
And his age.
Part of the 90 wood to make his hand dogs, and the remaining gold as well. So he didn't have to chop or to mine anything, and he got hand dogs in H1.
Yeah, and he's also going directly for this other wood treasure, what we say, so he knows this map.
Yeah, I guess he knows the map, and he just went up there directly and got the other wood treasure, which means that Tedere is actually very far behind in H1 right now, because he just got like 50 wood and 60 food and 20 coin, while Stanley got 175 wood plus some coin. He's very far behind.
So where we see the warhead villagers from Stanley Winston, they are going there a bit down.
Oh my god! He was sleeping a bit. Yeah, sorry. The warhead is going up there.
It's actually not so close, it's a bit for map control. And where do we see the blockhouse from Tedere? Did he drop it?
I think it's gonna be in base.
Yeah. Me, lion, okay.
Oh, Tedere is gonna die for this.
Oh, he killed his little pet.
He's gonna die before he's aging up. but Stanley is not gonna get the double XP because he's. Oh wow, that's mean. He gave the XP to the Treasure Guardian. That's smart. Okay, so we have already the 10 maces probably coming in. He cancelled it. I'm not sure. He ships around with wood first, which is very standard, of course. But he didn't ship the 10 maces. He cancelled them.
Because he was housed.
Yeah, but I mean, he delayed it so much. I don't like this so much.
It can happen. Happens to me sometimes too.
Yeah, he got so much wood. He should have a house, and shipping his maces straight away is how you have a fast rush. Because when you start delaying your shipment, then the rush is not so good anymore. So probably gonna try to rush this Russian guy, which is not so easy to be fair, just because of this blockhouse in base and the potential Minutemen pop. The 5 Cossacks shipment is very good, and the Streetlets are also very good at defending in this kind of choke here between the gold mines, the blockhouse, and the TC. You can just keep your Streetlets there shooting, and it's not so easy for Aztecs to do anything about it. And that's my point, you know, he's trying to rush, but in the end he got his shipment later than the Russian shipment, and I don't think he's gonna rush so much in the end.
Yeah, but what is Tedere doing with his
He's gonna go raid.
Cossacks?
He's gonna try to raid there. But I don't know what Stanley is doing. Who is this unit right now? Trying to check if there's some deals here, but I don't see why Russia would actually have deals there. Stanley reacting already, but he got a lot of villagers so far from his town center. He didn't hurt, like, he basically didn't hurt, right? He's gonna lose 1 view for this and probably more, I would say. Oh no! This was a mistake.
This was nice played and lucky.
No, just that Tedere misplayed and decided to go for the views going in the town center instead of going for those who are really exposed. Like, they would never be able to go to the blockhouse. He would lose probably 2 of these guys before they can reach the blockhouse. But anyway, he did force 6 spikes in base and killed 1 villager and idled some stuff like the warrior priest and the villagers. The spikes!
What the fuck?
Yeah, units are kind of AFK in Age of Empires. If you don't control them, they take a long time to respawn. So he was actually very lucky to lose only 1 Cossack and not more. Also, he's going to lose more. This explorer just tanking so much. Not so easy for Russia with pure Streetlets to do anything about it. If only Tedere was not wasting his Cossacks up there, he would have them here and would be able to probably win this fight with 5 Cossacks on the maces.
Actually, this was pretty smart what Stanley is doing, that he just waited, that he wastes his Cossacks to raid again. And now we see that in the military population, does Tedere have some units in queue? No, he's housed, right? Can you check units in queue? Oh, he does have 10 Streetlets in queue, but I don't think it will be enough.
I think he shipped 13 or something that he's overpopped like this. I think he got 13 Streetlets on the way, and I think the 10 maces, the 10 Streetlets are actually fine against the 8 maces. They probably trade even or something. The pikes are, I think, maybe going to die. If he pops 13 Streetlets now and brings them here, they will kill all the pikes. But unfortunately, he popped them in the wrong side.
He could siege the stable, but he didn't see.
The stable is not going up already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this was smart from Tedere that you don't see it. But I'm not sure about 13 Streetlets.
Maybe overreacting a bit. If this 13 Streetlets could have actually popped here and killed the pikes, it would have probably been good. But now they just did nothing. They killed 1 pike. Or more pikes coming. I think they're just a bit AFK right there. It
is such an intense game. So both players are waiting.
Yeah, Stanley did ship 5 villagers, which is a bit greedy. While Tedere is... well, he had time to ship 700 wood, which is very nice for him. Because when you make streetlets, 10 streetlets cost 100 wood and they take 1 house, which is another 100 wood. So you need 200 wood per batch of streetlets, so you kind of need this wood, and also for a stable.
Yeah, but the problem is that he lost so many...
Oh, yes.
He lost so many houses to the bikes.
Yeah, but because he shipped this wood, I think he's okay. He got enough housing for right now. He shipped boyars, maybe a bit early. I feel like he doesn't have enough Cossacks to make it pay off. He got some streetlets and they are upgraded, of course, but I don't know. I feel like right now, if Stanley is making a big coyote switch, which he is actually doing right now, boyars is not gonna help Tedere so much. Also now that he got like 7 Cossacks and this massive streetlets, if he can just stay in his base and call Minutemen, he will probably be able to hold this this push pretty easily actually. Not sure why Stanley actually shipped 5 coyotes without pushing anymore. It's not a very good shipment. These guys are worth only 110 resources each. So it's a 550 resources shipment, which is not great compared to the 700 resources 10 maces shipment, for example. He could have shipped 9 maces, by the way. It's still better than 5 coyotes.
In the end, Russia has a better economy, right?
Well, right now it's fair, but soon Russia is going to outscale because he just makes villagers faster. 50% faster basically. He pops 3 villagers every time that Aztec will pop only 2. And he also got steel traps, which is something that Aztecs doesn't have. He also doesn't have placer mines. Well, to be fair, Tedere also doesn't have it. He should have, because he got so many views on coin now. He should get this placer mines upgrade now. But Aztecs also doesn't have it, so it's kind of okay. And only hunt dogs for Aztecs, so... Yeah, at this point, oh wow, but why is he pushing out? Oh, he might be okay though, just because of... Oh, 4 Cossack shipment now, where are they? Isn't he here already?
Yeah,
oh, he needs to call Minutemen though. Please call Minutemen and snipe the pikes with those streetlets and then he wins. But if he doesn't...
No, he don't win. Look, he's getting cleaned up.
If he kills the pikes with his streetlets and calls Minutemen, he wins, that's what I said, and he's not calling Minutemen, although he is sniping the pikes.
But the problem is there's so many coyotes left and Reddit just died to coyotes so fast.
Yeah, I just don't understand why he left his base. He still had some food, he still had some gold, could have just stayed there with his army and just call Minutemen, man. Like, it's just so good.
He's too aggressive.
Like, he never called them, right? The Minutemen are nowhere.
No.
I don't understand, it's like so classic. Minutemen is just such a good thing to pop. And now he's just losing some villas, falling behind in eco. Gonna be out of food still quite soon, so he needs to push out, but he doesn't have the units to push out. So it's probably just over right now. Just gonna feed more and pop more streetlets, which are about to just die. Stanley shipping his last unit shipment in his TC actually, I think. But doesn't matter because
GG.
Tedere resigns. GG, okay. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tedere could have won this fight.
It was such a good switch, to be honest. Tedere didn't expect this.
Problem is that he also got some very bad trades early on. He lost just too much, and I feel like if he didn't lose this kind of stuff here, he would be fine. If you want to push out like this, you need to work on a timing push build order, or you just don't ship stuff randomly, but you kind of build something like 5 Cossacks first if you want, but I think 700 wood is actually better first. Then you can ship 700 gold and then 5 Cossacks and push like this.
It's a builder that I like. And then after this you can ship boyars if you still have a lot of units left. And you don't actually need to make musketeers, or you can make maybe 10 of them, but well, he didn't make musketeers at all this game, but well, he just moved out too early and didn't go Minutemen. It's a bit unfortunate. This fight should have been kind of fair, and it was really one-sided.
Sad. GG, well played.
Yep. And he did really big coyote switch. GG, well played out. 2-0 for Stanley now already, so we need to see what's up for next game, because this is at the moment the match point
For Stanley Winston.
Yes. And it is also up to Tedere to pick first, which is not easy to deal with, especially when you're already down to 0 and probably half resigning in your brain. It's not so easy to be the one picking first. Yeah, also, like, we didn't see it in the units, but Boyas was just upgrading all the army of Tedere basically to veteran almost, you know. And Stanley didn't have any upgrade, or maybe only coyote combat stuff, but it's not as good as Boyas. So I think he could have been fine.
Yes.
Yeah, he should have popped Minutemen.
Yeah, and just position in a more defensive spot and not push when he's... I mean, he got a better late colonial and he still had some food and more eco, better units. I mean, at this point you should just sit in your base and as long as you can sit in your base. Even maybe sneak a blockhouse on the top of the map and bring some villas to try to gather some food before you even push, which will at least force your opponent to push inside of your blockhouse if he wants to push you, and not that you have to push yourself in his blockhouse. I agree with what Stanley is saying. Stanley was the one who had to do something, as long as Tedere had some food and he still had some, so yeah, not the best decision from Tedere there. Tedere needs to pick first. I'm not sure what the next map is. The mic is fucked up.
It's your mouse on your comp.
Oh, could be.
I didn't think this would make any noise, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know how we do then. Can you move a bit? Oh, okay, wait. Just come here, I guess. Okay, I hope it's better now. My mouse is a bit more far away from the mic, so hopefully it's not making noise anymore. If it was indeed my mouse.
Yes.
So, Tedere
Goes Germany.
picking Germany for now. Not sure if it's gonna get stay locked. in this, but apparently going for Germany, yeah. So, let's ask then.
Yes.
Tedere doesn't like Iowa. And he decided to go to Malaysia. And now he's not very happy. So basically he needs to pick first. He's down 2-0 and he plays on a map he doesn't like. So it's really not gonna be so easy for him. Apparently locked in Germany, so it's up to Stanley now to counter pick. I guess he could go auto because it's 3 TP maps. It's like 100 resources per TP on this map, so it's very easy to macro it. Even if you ship Silk Road, actually, would still be like 125 resources, which is decent to macro. It's just a decent TP line, yeah, very decent. So also pretty low resources, so I guess auto can be fine in this matchup. He's going Russia, which I really don't like because it's just so hard as Russia to beat Germany. I guess it's a bit of low resources map, which is good for Russia, but I don't know. We will see. I feel like it's very hard for Russia to do anything against Germany.
Yes. Yes. So do you think it's in favor of?
The matchup?
Mm-hmm.
Germany.
Okay.
So, there we go for game 3 out of a best of 5. So this is a match point. Potentially Stanley winning after this game if he wins the game. It's a round of 32 of the ESOC Autumn Championship. And yeah, so the map is Iowa, this map with some lakes in the middle and 3 TP stagecoach. Let's wait for the recorded game to be done before we can introduce the players. You want to do that?
Okay. Okay, we have here in the color green Stanley Winston. He is playing Russia versus Tedere12 on the other side of the map, and he's playing Germany with buffed Dobbs and nerfed Ulans.
Indeed. Why would you send a set of wagons? I'm sorry that I start being so negative already, but I am not. I think Tedere is just tilted right now because
I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but
he got bisons just here, right? So why would you help this guys in H1 with a settler wagon? It's 2 villagers walking. Also, he wants to get a market because he's chopping wood. So why would you even send your settler wagon at this point?
I guess he's just a bit tilted,
He's
and also
tilted.
we saw like at the first 30 seconds you can't hurt or something in the game.
No, it's just because you already shot one time and then you need to wait a bit before you can shoot again. And it's not 30 seconds, like 10 seconds or something, but I mean, he had a 300 foot start because he got already 3 villagers queued, which means you can just put all 3 settler wagons on wood directly. And you don't need to herd anything, you can wait for your villagers to pop when you have 300 food.
I have always the problem on this map that the bison hunts run away from my TC, so it's not so easy to herd the bisons. You see, they already run away from the TC.
Yeah, but if you started to herd them directly, they would not run away. They run away just because he didn't herd. And instead he decided to herd some deers that are pretty far. And he's gonna age up late, I can tell you. He also like Oh, he got hand dogs. Okay, was it a coin start then? I'm not quite sure how he got.
Treasure, maybe?
Wait, I don't understand. 95 wood for Stanley, which is a treasure. No coin. Now, that's a fucking mystery. Tedere got a bit of coin to get his hand dogs, okay. But how did he get the 150 wood for the house and the hand dogs?
Maybe he's just so good at the game.
Maybe he chopped it, but I don't know. It feels like fast to chop this. I would usually say it takes more time to chop it. It's very weird.
But do you see, the bisons are super not nice. They always run away.
Yes,
on
and
this
hurt
map.
them and don't go somewhere else to hurt some deers.
So, what do you expect Russia to do? To rush?
Yeah, I guess it's just gonna drop a blockhouse somewhere and start rushing. Would actually be maybe smart to place it somewhere here to get. I mean, this spot here, like, would control actually hunts in a gold mine, and would mean that you can't get walled up like in the middle here, because it's actually very easy to wall it there. And if you're a bit vicious, you know, you can really like make 1, 2, 3 or 4 layers here to make sure that the guy needs to always go around and can't even siege your walls down, because it would just take forever.
To be honest, on this map, me personally would never go in the middle because it's so easy to wall up when I would rush.
Yeah, I think it's very useless to drop a front base here. I think, especially with this TP now, a blockhouse here would be very good.
Also, you deny some food.
Yeah, here you kind of control the hunt, but it's the middle hunt, while this is basically Tedere's hunt. It's more interesting to deny this, yeah. Or even on the other side, it's also fine. There's a bit less food, but you know, it's okay. He's actually not sure where he's going, I think, with his villagers. He tried to drop a blockhouse somewhere here, but there was just no space, and he decided to just, well, go back. Which means that if Tedere scouts him, which he might just do soon, he can just start building a wall in the middle. Also, he's not. It doesn't look like he's walling up. I mean, let's face it. You can expect Russia to rush you when you're Germany, so you should probably just build this wall anyway. It's only 10 wood.
Yeah, and he's going directly there to start to sieging.
Okay, there we go. It's gonna be fine, but it's a bit risky, you know, because the Cossacks are gonna pop in maybe 20 seconds or something. He needs to get that wall up fast before the Cossacks actually come. Is he gonna delete the pillars? The big questions of the day. Oh no.
No, because it's like one big layer and one small, so it's not so good. You will, to be honest, you will have a hole somewhere where the Cossacks can go.
Well, you can just do one long bit and another long bit, and they can just meet here, even if they're a bit on top of each
this
other.
works too.
That's what I always do, and then you have no hole, and it builds up faster.
But
And
there we
you
see,
spare 15 wood.
there we see the 5 Cossacks are coming from the side and 2 Uhlans as well.
They're not gonna see each other, I guess.
No, they don't. But Tedere is going for 2 TPs.
Wow. It's Stanley, you mean? Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty greedy, actually. Ulan's probably going to pop, like, right now. I mean, because the Cossacks were delayed by this war, I think the Uhlans should pop. They should have already popped. I'm gonna be honest, they should have popped 20 seconds ago. It's how you do it with Germany. Or did he age? When did he age?
18.
He still aged up pretty fast. I don't know how. I still don't know how he made this market and aged up in time, but okay. I guess it's just because he got to 90 food and he chopped 150 wood or something. 700 wood after 3 settler wagons, which is very standard.
So, and Stanley is bringing back his 5 Cossacks to defend the raid.
Yeah, did he lose anything? I don't think so. Nope.
No, just Tedere lose one Ulan.
2 TC fire, yeah. I would actually like Tedere to react a bit and see, oh, okay, he got 2 TPs, he's not going to rush me. Like, some Russia guys don't even take 1 TP, but 2 is very greedy. So I think he could just send his cav, like, here, and siege it down, and just because Russia can't go here because there's a wall, he will not be able to do anything. He can't, like, push the base when you push the TP. He can push your own TP, maybe. But you can just send your cav here, really, I think.
Oh, is he catching this? No.
He's just defending his TP, basically. Oh,
Another
it's gonna go
blockhouse.
up in time, yeah. Even if... oh, wow, he's gonna H, maybe? Or is he just gonna spam musketeers? This is both things that actually might happen. He got already a stable up, okay. He's going kind of for the same kind of build order like I do, but he just made 2 TPs and less musketeers in early game, which is a bit risky because you give a lot of time to Germany. He could have just probably made musketeers early on and burn down the TP. So he wouldn't build a TP himself, but he would burn Germany's TP, which is actually better than having another TP yourself. I would have liked this better. He would also have just more units out and, well, they can do some things, these units. Can pressure Germany, so... Germany already edging up. He went for 3 set of iron and 700 wood. 1 batch of cav, no gold shipment and just H, which actually can work. Also it might be safer to still ship 700 gold and just make a bit more cav. But I guess when you see that Russia is going so greedy with 2 TPs and not doing any musketeers...
And aging up now.
Oh wow, yeah, you can age up then I guess without making more cav. The nice thing for Tedere is that he's gonna be able to just make a gate or delete his wall and directly push and destroy these 2 blockhouses, idle the villagers and destroy the TP. He's right now I guess going to go defend his own TP at this point. Oh, I like this actually. The units are away, just go siege the blockhouses down if you can. He's also upgrading his Uhlans already. Problem is that the blockhouses actually do a ton of damage to Uhlans just because they're so low HP, and blockhouses have a 1.5 multiplier against Uhlans and every other kind of cav. Now Stanley gonna have to hold. He got 10 units against 38 population of units with veteran Uhlans. So I'm curious about what he's gonna ship right now to defend. 20 turrets would probably just die to Uhlans, 2 Thars would die to Uhlans, 5 cav archers would not be able to do much because there are those skirms in the back. Opries can raid but they can't defend, and Menshus are probably too expensive to be shipped first. So I think, sorry, I think he's just gonna lose his blockhouses there and go back. You can see he's already resigning, leaving the spot. Well, we will see what he does in base. I guess he can just ship Falks and
He
camp.
dropped another stable.
Yeah, I like this against Germany. He might just go Cavarcher Cossack against Skirm Ulan. Another scary shipment for Germany coming in now, 9 Ulans. Although they're a bit nerfed on EP, it's still a big shipment. It's gonna be tough for Stanley. He's always also just so far behind in the score. I think the playstyle he decided to play for this game is just not the right way to play against Germany.
He was just too greedy. It looks really not good for him.
Yeah, you can probably even try to age up. That's not the biggest deal. The problem is that he edged up and made no units also and took 2 TPs.
Did he delete it? Oh no, he lost one there?
Yeah, oh, this Ulan gonna die to the blockhouse. But, well,
Ooh.
it's very good for Tedere right now.
Yeah, it looks really good for him.
Still ahead in eco. Stanley forced to ship 5 Cavarchas, which is not so good, but 1k gold. What do you think he's gonna do with this?
Manchus!
Oh no, not with this voice.
Manchus!
Manchus, yes,
Another
exactly.
Pokemon. Well, he lost his blockhouses. Poor Stanley.
His TPs, you mean?
Everything in the middle of the map he lost.
Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of Tedere just sieging the last TP. It's not very significant at this point, and it would have just been better to, at this point, just
Push.
keep on pushing. You see, like, the problem is that next the Menchus are probably gonna come, like, about now for Stanley. He got a shipment, he got the gold stacked, and we will see that it will just go down right now to Menchus. And he's gonna upgrade his Cossacks at some point also. And if Stanley just pushes right when there's like a Minuteman pop with Manchus and the upgraded Cossack mass, it might be pretty bad for him actually. He probably should have just mixed the Bow Riders, the Black Riders, sorry, or some War Wagons. I'm not sure why he's making so much cav.
I'm not sure why he's making so much Ulans.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 1k wood for TC, that's not really needed. Cav combat at this point would have probably been a very good shipment.
It seems like that Tedere is just a bit afraid to lose the last game.
Yeah, he's trying to play it safe, but playing it safe against Russia just means that you give them more time, and Russia's late game is better than Germany's late game. It's not even close. They get just very good upgrades and better units probably than Germany at this point. Like Menchus, if next he just ships Cav combat, because he is obviously just going pure Cav, it's gonna be very scary because there's no anti-Cav for Tedere. How is he gonna beat Cav combat Cossacks and Cav combat Menchus, because the Russian Cav combat works for all cavalry? So it's also gonna upgrade his Menchus and his Cav archers. Like all his army just gonna have an extra 15% attack and HP, including mercs and everything here. Only not these 5 musketeers, but they don't matter anyway. Very, very, very bad decision there from Stanley to just reveal his army. I think when you go pure Cav like this, you need to hide it. Also, I'm not sure Tedere actually saw it, but he's now gonna see it because they're gonna walk in range, in line of sight of his town center, like right now, and Tedere is gonna see, oh,
But
fucking hell.
Tedere wants to ship Black Riders.
Yeah, right, and now he's definitely, like, if he was not sure, for example, like, should I ship Jaegers or Black Raiders? Now he's 100% sure what he needs to ship.
Yeah, no, just don't
go in! Oh,
Go.
wait for your Black Raiders, man. No, don't. Oh my god, he could have just keep hiding his army at this point. But I'm still disappointing that Stanley is pushing without Cav combat. I don't know who will win this fight, it's gonna be close. And Stanley, Tedere is still ahead in eco, so even if he loses his army, he's still probably fine, just because he got 2 TCs and Black Riders on the way. It's actually looking pretty good for Tedere. Oh well, it's actually close. I mean, the Cossacks died, but the Uhlans are gonna die to the stuff that just... I guess Tedere just had so much more units, it was not really possible to lose. But it was still like the worst trade he could get. He should have waited for the Black Riders. They're gonna pop like right now. Oh, nice that he's popping them on top of the Cav there. That's a nice pop from the TC. Probably just gonna resign here, GG.
Oh, GG.
Okay, so 2-1.
Nice! No, my betting!
I just hope Tedere wins the next 2 rounds and then I can be rich, I think.
No, you lie.
I think I get like 3k if this happens, which is not a ton, but it's a lot for me because I'm so poor. Yeah, I would get basically 3k points.
I get 2k5 if Stanley wins now.
You bet on 3-1?
Yes.
Oh yeah, only 4 odds, it's not the greatest.
But better than nothing.
I wanna see this here, you see he just had so much more stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Even if the Cossacks are of course a bit fake because there was a lot of Cossacks and they actually count as double. But he still took a pretty... We can check the military unit count, I guess. I mean, anyway, Tedere had just more units. And that's why he was able to win. But he had the wrong composition and he was almost gonna lose, you know, like 10 more Cossacks there and and Tedere would die basically.
To be honest, I think what Stanley Winston did was more a bit trolling.
No, I think it's very good against Germany to go Cav Gun
Oh,
like
really?
this. Yeah, of course. Because it just because when you go Ulan Skirm and against Cav Gun, you just die because you don't have anything to kill the Cav basically. Your own Cav just melts against Guns and you can't kill the Cavs then.
I've never seen this before, I need to say. It's something new for me.
A lot of French players, for example, go for a queer Gun, which is even better just because France is faster than Russia in E3.
So now it's up to Stanley Winston to pick first.
Yes, so looks like Tedere might have a chance to come back in the games because he won that game and now Stanley is picking first, so I think Stanley just wasted his counter pick by going Russia against Germany. It's really not a matchup I would pick. I would be counter picking Russia with Germany, not counter picking Germany with Russia. I think that's just a mistake. But again, if he waited for Cav Combat to come in, I think his army would have been much more powerful just because he had so much Cav. Like Cav Combat would be insane.
Do you think Ulan should be more nerfed?
Ulans, nah, they're nerfed enough like this. Nah, this matchup just sucks balls. Basically, it's just really bad for Russia. Just a shit matchup for Russia, and he had no units, and he didn't get Cav Combat for his army, which is just a mistake.
So now Stanley is going Germany. What is Tedere doing now? Ugh. Is this 2-8? No, it's not.
Oh, to be fair, I probably forgot to change the title of the
No,
stream.
the title is fine. Chrissy did.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you are in TV now. Call your mom, please. Hello, mom. I'm in TV.
I'm sorry that I'm a bit answering a bit angry, but I mean, when I'm casting, I don't really want to have to answer to everyone asking me the score and blah, especially when the score is going to be written in 2 minutes on top.
It's Fertile Crescent.
Fertile Crescent, yeah.
Yes, and Tedere goes the new Spain meta with Spanish gold, maybe.
I'm not sure if I don't like in Tony when they don't say when they are locked, because you can have some misunderstandings, and like Stanley never said that he was locked in Germany, so potentially right now he could just say, yeah, I was not locked in Germany, I don't go Germany, just because he doesn't like that Tedere is speaking Spain, you know. So I'm not sure who is locked right now.
Well,
look, now he's changing. You see what I mean? It's like it's completely right what he's doing. He never said he's locked in Germany, so I guess Tedere should wait before he shows his sieve. I always ask first, like, are you locked now? You know, and
wait, he can't play Dutch again. He played in game 1 Dutch.
it's game 4. It's the sieve reset now.
Oh. Oh.
So he's locked in Dutch on Fertile Crescent, which is I don't know what to think about this pick. You can get a kind of stagecoach on this map, or 2 stagecoach, because there's 2 TP lines with 2 TPs each. Okay, Tedere keeping Spain anyway and just going like this against Dutch. Pretty good matchup for Spain traditionally, and now they've been buffed also, so probably just gonna be good for Spain. Not sure what happens if Spain decides to go for Spanish gold. Probably just too slow against Dutch. We will see.
So this is still the ESOC Autumn Championship round of 32. This is a best of 5, and we are in game 4. And yeah, the map is Fertile Crescent. It's a really big map, where we usually should really good check the hunt.
Yeah, from our experience we need to check, and I'm afraid there is
it's fine.
I'm not sure
It's fine.
why.
This and this is the same. This
No, it's not the
and
same. This is this. Because how the map is. This can actually come probably under Tedere's town center right now. And this too. Not really, but it's not so far. This is very close. Stanley got this under town center. This hunt is really a bit far. And he doesn't have a third hunt, unlike...
Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, look, here is two hunts.
Then say it.
One far hunt, one close hunt. This is two more or less close hunts, plus another hunt, which is pretty much in range of TC at this point. Where is the third hunt of Stanley? I mean, where is it?
It's here on the TP.
This is so far, it's middle map.
Yeah, and there on the TP it's also super far. Okay, then call it. I'm sorry.
Yes, this was borderline, like, you could consider that this is good, but in my opinion it's just too far to come under TC, while this can come, and also this is, this hunt was basically as good as this one, I guess, but red just has this extra hunt here, so just one more hunt, basically, which is not normal. What did I just do? No, yeah, out.
You misclick. Your APM is bad.
I don't see the link between APM and misclicking.
Well, you click too fast.
So my APM is good if I click fast. Is this what you mean?
No, no, no.
You mean I'm not accurate?
Yes.
Okay, then say it.
No, I
Big
don't
knob.
want. The APM is bad. Okay, so we have a rehost on Fairfield Crescent, and we
To be
go-
fair, I mean,
What?
it's too late to be. Would be nice if the players could at some point just download the maps and put them. And I didn't see, and I tried to cancel, but it was too late. So, well, if the hunts are fine, it's okay. But if it's not
Then they need to
fine,
play and see.
yeah, then we will rehouse with Stuart to see.
You should have seen it.
And you,
And me?
yeah, what you've been doing? I should have seen it. And you,
I was flaming you.
I'm
This
already
is
using
much
the
more
mouse
important.
and talking a ton and blah, and you just can't check the hands and what map it is, right? Great! I'm gonna find a new partner.
I too.
Okay, so I think these hands are fine now.
No, because he has one more close and he don't have it.
Well, this comes under TC, this comes under TC. This is a bit far, but this is probably a little bit far also. I mean, it's basically the same, right?
This and this.
With what and what? This and this is basically the same. This is a bit more far, but I think it's okay.
Does Tedere have this?
Yes, this is basically this.
Okay.
Except that this should be here, but it's the same. It's the same range, I think.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's okay.
So,
right
welcome again to the round of 32 in the ESOC Autumn Championship. And we have on this side of the map Tedere12 in the color red. He is playing Spain, and I hopefully we see some Spanish goal. And on the other side of the map, in the color pink, we have Stanley Winston, and he's playing again Dutch. It's one of his main tips, I can tell you guys. We will definitely see some H3 play, I guess.
Well, no one knows what can happen, but usually, yeah, you would see bot saves going H3 basically as fast as they can, or maybe mixing a few units in H2. But who knows? I mean, you could also see some kind of Rodilero, Hussar, Colonial play from Spain, although it would be very surprising, or something else, I don't know. I guess Spain could go ATP on this map. I mean, look at this. You have like 4 trading posts. You need to pay 2 times for stagecoach, which is a problem. But on the other hand, all these TPs are far away from the Dutch base, which means you could get 4 TPs from ATP. So I guess it's a good map for ATP. Anyway, he did get that. What?
Oh, you will defend these TPs.
What are you talking about?
for ATP, how you will defend all these TPs?
Well, they're ATPs, so you don't need to defend them in the first place because it's just so hard to. Why do we even see this? Coin mines. Oh, one of these players got a treasure that shows all the coin mines, I guess. Yeah. For one thing, they have 50% more HP and they shoot, so it's not so easy to siege them. Like even 8 pikes would probably mean that you lose 1 or 2 pikes. And then it's dodge, so the guy is just not gonna burn your TPs in H2, he's gonna age up probably, so it's perfectly fine to ship ATP there.
Petard them.
Petard them, yeah, sure.
Go make grenadiers.
Yeah, exactly, grenadiers, yeah.
Yeah, Dutch have grenadiers.
Who would make grenadiers against ATP? Just find someone who would do this.
I know someone, it works pretty well. So, he's going for what's his treasure?
Oh wow, this dog is just gonna add so much damage. This guy got 15 attack. The explorer is almost dead, basically.
Run!
And
oh god,
and
Tiger, don't go back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just gonna come here and be fine, like... The tigers attack so fast when you run away. They always just have so much rate of... it's not rate of fire, so how do you even call this at this point?
What is his name? Peter?
Peter Tasman, it's just a random
Peter!
name.
Run! Run!
I think he's just going to die if Tedere does a good job, because... Oh no! Why did you go back? This is sad. Anyway, Tedere is stacking a shipment, so he actually doesn't even have ATP in deck. I mean, it's not like it's bad or something, because against Dutch you maybe don't want to go ATP, you maybe want to be more aggressive, but well, it's interesting to note that he's not going to go for an ATP build order. Chopping to 100 wood, so he's going for the classic FF with 1 TP usually. That's what 200 wood are for. Oh my god, he didn't see the wheel. That's actually funny. He just crackshot it for Stanley. I think Tedere is a bit tilted right now. And he's gonna hurt this then, maybe. No, he should at least shoot 1 time at this guy to bring it a bit closer. Gonna drop his TP up there. Stanley just getting the resources for a bank. Going up a little bit late, maybe. Dutch macro is not so easy. He does have a village on Q though.
So.
But not herding this hunt quite
They
now.
already have so much food. I guess he will ship. Seems like he's going for super
Yeah,
naked FF.
He already got 100 coin. He's gonna get 2 more 100 from this age of coin.
And then ship 700.
And then
going.
ship 700 and it's 1k. It's exactly what he needs. So he's gonna have a very tight macro and gonna be able to age up as fast as possible. Gonna lay down this tower forward probably just because it's Dutch. You see 700 wood first for Dutch, which is the greediest shipment you can send. Getting a market up already, 1 bank, another one going down, probably another one gonna come, or maybe even 2 more from this wood. This tower actually gonna be very aggressive already on this hunt here. Stanley just probably just didn't scout this hunt because he's trying to herd the one which is a bit more far away, and probably this hunt will back herd here because it was too far at the start and you can't move the hunts too much, then they just go back. So I guess this hunt will have to go back, while this one would probably be able to come here behind the TC safe. But to be fair, Tedere also didn't herd the next hunt, so... 1 villager going forward. And he's aging up, by the way. Before 6 minutes, yeah. It's just the old school FF. He aged up at...
Yeah, now he shipped also 700 wood to make his barracks and a stable and houses. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired.
Oh, 6 were gonna die. That's a nice pick for Tedere. He actually could have been even faster if he didn't age up late, but it's because he got hand dogs, so I guess it's okay, but he could age up even faster. Barracks going down here for Spain. Well, it's just standard stuff. Let's see how many banks. He got 5 banks. That's That's just super greedy. I think it's gonna be punished by this FF. I don't want to call anything too early, but from what I've seen, even 4 banks might be too much against an aggressive Spain FF. You might have to go only for 3 banks FF if you want to just be fast enough to defend the rush. What I call rush is the H3 rush, let's say. You see he's going super aggressive. He skipped 5 vills and just shipped 8 packs first, trying to get that vill. Also, Stanley is just gonna pull it back and call Minutemen. Probably just wasted Minutemen at this point. But they do, at least they defend the push, but I'm not sure about this Minutemen.
Oh, he's making musketeers.
Yeah, it's classic. It's what you do when you go to H3 and you just... Oh!
Whoa!
So that's actually not so good for Tedere. I mean, well, I guess it's okay. He just lost 1 pike because Stanley is not shooting anymore. He could have lost a bit more. Anyway, so now there's just... sorry, a ton of pikes and a few musketeers also. Stanley actually bought his Explorer back. He was dead here and he paid for it. I don't know if we can see it. I guess we can't. 1 house already going down. Stanley's house. He got 200 wood stacked, so he can make more houses. But soon it's gonna be very tough for him. I mean, more musketeers coming in. I'm not sure why actually, but now 2 falconets as well. It's just the classic Spain stuff, like a ton of anti-cav and 2 falcons. He should have probably just been right-clicking the TC, to be honest, because what he wants is to be able to deny the Reuter pop. And right now I think Stanley is going to be able to ship Reuters and maybe snipe the Falcons. This bank has 4k HP, so the TC would already be down now. Bank and market is 6k, so the TC with 6h5 would die right now if he only right-clicked it. It's one of the only times where I will say it would have been better to just blindly right-click TC, because it would go down. Dutch would not be able to ship units and it would be over. I don't know why he make more musketeers instead of some skirms. They are just much better against Reuters. I'm a bit confused about that. A fort! But that's bad. I'm sorry, but that's just gonna die. Why not just Reuters?
Oh my god!
Oh, Stanley, what are you doing?
Oh my god!
Tedere is just shipping more anti-cav, like he's just going full anti-cav and falcs, but 1 falc already died to TC fire, and then there's some skirms. He might be able to just catch the skirms with rod, so it looks very, very bad for Stanley at this point. He's not even ahead in eco right now, which is terrible for Dutch against Spain. He lost his fort. He had to ship 700 food, which is very bad. He just is slow and got no units out. He got like 3 skirms, trying to escape some vills to build a market in panic and buy some wood just because he got only gold. He got only gold just because he got only banks and no villagers gathering, and he's just gonna have to try to buy some stuff with this gold, and there's just a continuous flow of shipments coming in for Spain. I mean, basically each of them 1 minute after the other, so just gonna catch the remaining skirms there. It's just so over now.
Good night. I go sleep.
It's... yeah, I mean, this was just a very, pardon me, but a very dumb FF from Tedere, just going full anti-cav and falcs. But it was also a very dumb, like, full 5 banks FF for Stanley, which is not what you want to do against Spain. I mean, this game was not interesting.
GG.
GG.
I
say it was dumb because it's kind of the really stupid old FF that Spain can do, which is a bit outdated in my opinion, but at the same time it's what you want to do against a greedy Dutch, and Tedere was clever enough to just punish this greedy build by this with this aggressive FF. You can see the small rage quit from Stanley deleting his banks.
Oh, well.
2-2 now, very close series. I'm about to get rich. But it's up to Tedere to pick first now.
What do you want to watch at the post screen? There's nothing to see.
Yeah, to be honest, there's really not much to see. Just a Dutch aged up too late, and yeah. You kind of need to age up before Dutch or at the, before Spain or at the same time, just because when they ship 8 bikes like this and age up with units, they just gonna have...
I don't understand why he shipped 4.
They're gonna have 6 16 pikes upon age up, while as Dutch you will have just nothing. So you kind of need to age up before, and I don't understand why he didn't ship Ritas here. Like the fort was just such a waste. Such a waste. So I don't know, like was looking very good for Stanley. Now it's 2-2 fair series right now, and
Yeah, now I have no money.
it's also like you have 0 money now, 0 coin. I'm gonna have to give you some points, but you did give me some also, so I guess it's fine.
Can you give me
What? This? Okay. So now it's also an interesting point because I always like to reach the last game of a best of something, best of 5, game 5. You just reach the point where you play a map that the players probably didn't prepare. So it's not gonna be like they have a strat right now. It's gonna be more adaptation and more game sense, you know, because they need to play on the maps that they probably just didn't prepare.
It's also like boss players are tilted because it's the last game, and
Yes, there's a lot of pressure right now.
yeah.
It's really, this is a real match point now. There's no more nothing. It's just the last game and that's it. I actually don't know what's the map. Yeah, Tedere needs to win that I get points, basically, and then I can give you some. Why I can anyway give you some, but it would be better when I get some myself. It's like you need to, now that you anyway lost your bet, you need to cheer for Tedere, because if he wins, then I get like 4k points.
I cheer for no one.
Cheer for Tedere, come on.
Okay, I need to say I bet 75 points on Tedere12.
But why? Because I don't think I can even give you points when you don't have 0. I think you need to have 0 points that I can give you some. You bet 75 on what? 3-0?
3-2 Tedere. So there is still hope.
So if Tedere wins, basically I can't give you points.
Yeah.
Because you will have like, well, you will have like 700 points, so I guess it's fine. Interesting to see that it's already twice that Stanley is shipping the fort as Dutch, and it's not something you see most of the time. Oh, what do I type? Pampas, okay, yeah.
Nice. I like this map.
So, game 5 out of a best of 5 of the round of 32 series, Stanley Winston against Tedere12. The winner will advance to round of... wait, are we already in round of 32, really?
Yes.
So the winner will already go to round of 16, which is, well, it starts to be a bit advanced in the tournament. So Tedere12 would be a top 16 player now, not even a top 32, which is actually insane.
Surprising.
But we will see. It's not over. I mean, we need to check the hands because...
Wait, is this a brick mirror?
Yeah, it is a brick mirror.
Oh god.
That's not the most exciting last game we could get.
So who shipped 6 masks first? Win. I can tell you this, guys.
Yeah, but not first shipment because...
No, of course not. But in
okay,
which
hands,
order?
fast. One hand, 2 hands, 3 hands. There's like actually like 4 hands for Tedere, right? And I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like Sunday is a bit fucked. What do you think? I mean, there's this, and this, and they can all be taken to town center basically.
Yeah, that's true.
And Stanley get only like two, and this one is a bit too far.
Rehost.
It's like, Yeah. It's actually not really Stanley missing food at this point. I think it's just that Tedere got too much food. I wanted to rehouse this because it's a game 5 and it's a brick mirror. I mean, it's a mirror, so it's like, how should I say? It's a very tense game, and I don't want that any of them are map screwed in a fair matchup, of course, because it's a mirror. So it's very easy to abuse that you have more food when you breed, I guess. And I just wanted to be careful and rehouse it just in case. I think it's better than having later some problems.
Can you give me the cinnamon, please?
There we go again for the game 5 of the best of 5. And this time we have something not so much better, I guess. I should have just given the Tedere12 version.
Why you don't give the version to them?
Why is it on downloaded?
Why you don't just give it?
So 1, 2 hands against 1. I'm not sure. It's like maybe one more hand for Tedere, kind of.
Give the C version.
I hope there's actually a Tedere12 for this map, but I think so. Tedere12 Pampas. There we go. There we go for the game 5 again of the best of 5. Hopefully this Tedere12 UI is more reliable.
Should have just given this map directly.
Yes, the next time you can do it if you want.
You're the caster.
I'm the caster, yeah. It's not because you're doing nothing that I'm the caster and you're not.
I'm the co-caster.
So
now we have the C version of this map. Pampas. It's a non-TP map. And
well, this looks actually better. I mean, I can see like there's 1, 2, 3 hunts here and 1, 2, 3 hunts here. I think it's just good now.
yeah, it looks much better.
Yeah, it's much better, I think. Yeah. Bit more far for red maybe, but I think it's okay. It's looking fine. So there we go now.
Yeah, and we have on this side of the map Tedere12. He's playing England versus on the other side of the map Stanley Winston, the color pink, and he's playing Brits. Well,
England against Brits.
to be perfectly honest, it's a Brit mirror.
Yeah. It's nice that you try to make it sound like something exciting, like England against Brits. You know, it looks like it's not a mirror, it's not the most boring matchup of the game, but in fact it is a Brit mirror. So yeah, we're probably just gonna see some forward racks, musketeer things, but Well, I respect this matchup, I guess. We will see. Probably just gonna see the classic, like, just 2 front bases against each other in the middle with a tower and a barracks from both sides, and each side adding another barracks and shipping 6 musketeers at some point, basically. Also, we can also see some different play styles, but it's not the most common. We will see.
Yes, we will see.
Both players doing a pretty good job at picking the llamas. Stanley did forget one of them, but it's now working on a very, very nice 120 XP treasure. Wait, Stanley already got his shipment. Wow, that's actually fast. Oh no, it's kind of normal actually. I was gonna say this, XP treasure can help a lot to get your 3 wheels faster out, but he already got them because he got 40 XP treasure and 2 manors, which is makes you ship your wheels pretty early because of the XP. Each of these manors actually give you 27 XP when you build them, so you see a very early time for 3 settlers. When you're, for example, Germany, you get them maybe 40 seconds later than this. Unless you have a TP, of course.
He does so much more XP than Tedere.
He got 120 XP treasure and 40 XP.
And you always say XP treasures are bad.
What? I never said XP treasures are bad. They're definitely not bad early on. But this is even better than an XP treasure. 135 wood is for sure a very solid treasure. This guy was just... Wow. I rarely see such an angry guy in Age of Empires before. He was literally jumping and running behind.
Yeah, they're super
to
angry.
Shoot at him with his 7 speed, dude. Like, he's just running faster than a hussar. Like, what kind of badass guy is this for real? Look at this. He's not even the one digging. Like, he's just watching, like, just looking around like, yeah, I'm the boss, bitch. And the other guy is just digging in the ground. It's insane.
Okay, the B word we just
Insane.
all forget now.
Insane guy. So he did snipe one of them. I hope he's not gonna snipe the boss, but the idiot who is digging next. He can't really take this treasure right now. I hope he doesn't go for it because he might just die before he H's up. You need like a bit more than 200 HP to start a treasure with 2 pistoleros, I think. Because you're gonna hit this guy, you're gonna need to hit it 15 times, I think.
Can we see the decks?
So it's 15 times 1 second times 12 is like 180. Okay, he might be fine actually. You need 180 HP.
What? Why is there schooners?
Yes, that's kind of random. But to be fair, it's probably most likely never gonna matter because this would be an eco upgrade or an H4 card, which you probably will never ship anyway. But yeah, it's kind of dumb to have this in deck. Yeah, basically just Tedere got 3 rockets instead.
So we see that Stanley Winston's picking up a super good treasure.
Yes, that's very sweet for him. I like this tower placement. You kind of need, when you place your tower so much forward, you kind of need to be fast and be ready to defend it because it's so much forward. But because when you place your tower here, for example, it means that the other guy needs to always go back so far with his musketeers because he gets shot. Like Stanley Winston did. I mean, it's so much forward. Like, no way these musketeers can pop out without getting shot from the red barracks. But it's also risky, of course, because you can see Tedere is already sieging it down a bit. Already lost 500 HP. And probably just gonna keep sieging with the Explorer and pop Musketeer and directly start sieging.
But wow, look, Tedere make 2 more manors.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think it's just because Stanley is stacking wood, or... Oh no, during transition he made more? 6 Musketeers first! Holy... cow. That's like...
Moo.
nuts. I think he had to delay the shipment is that he can wait that his tower goes up before he can actually... Oh wow. Usually when you ship 6 musketeers first, they just go in your town center because they just... Wow, this is so dense.
So we have the other 6 musketeers popping.
Looking good for Stanley, yeah. I mean, look at this, he just won the game basically because he just didn't skip 700 wood. To be honest, he's not spending them, okay. But he still didn't... I don't know, it's always like one more batch popping and then you never know who is winning. That's the magic of this matchup. Okay, well, more musketeers popping now. Tedere probably tried a little bit too hard to get this tower down when in fact it doesn't... It's not that it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter as much as killing musketeers, but in the end Tedere is okay. 6 longbows, damn, that's all in as fuck.
Why he's not spending his wood? Stanley, wake up!
It's like the only good thing going for Stanley right now is that he got the 700 wood shipped. So he should definitely be spending, and yeah, you're right. And Tedere needs to shoot, yeah. Just keep sieging the tower before he can ship 6 longbows or something and shoot with your own longbows. Okay, so now Tedere is in a good spot just because he got that tower and it's just... Oh, Minutemen coming in, wow. Yeah, you see now 6 longbows popping in base, which is kind of awkward. 700 wood coming for Tedere. I think I never seen before a Brit player ship 700 wood so late. Like 3rd shipment. Oh. Well, that's still a good fight for Tedere just because there's some low HP Minutemen. Well, it's looking really good for Tedere. It was looking really bad at some point, but in fact he just somehow got out of this bad position and yeah, now he got map control. He got a tower and a racks down. He killed a lot of stuff, I guess. Like there's much more. There's 7 more musketeers that died for Stanley, and he had to call the Minutemen. And he's not even ahead in eco.
Okay.
So well, that looks really good for Tedere right now. There's nothing that Stanley got that Tedere doesn't have. They both shipped all the units, and they both shipped 700 wood, 600 wood for Stanley, but soon coming for Tedere. He just got it a bit earlier because he got these XP treasures I mentioned in age 1, so of course he gets his shipment a bit faster, but at any second a shipment is gonna pop for Tedere, like most likely 600 wood or 5 villagers. And yeah, well, I mean, he also didn't hurt this guy here. And he's gonna be out of food pretty soon actually. Just like what, 4, 5, 6, 7 animals in his base, and most of them are probably low on food. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's not gonna have so much more food left at this point. Although he does start herding this guy, he should probably drop a manor here for line of sight. Oh, a push coming for Tedere now. He needs to take care now that he doesn't overcome it. He probably doesn't need to push at all. I mean, he got more eco, he got the map control. He can just sit here and wait for for Stanley to be out of food. I don't like this. I don't like this. He's gonna get trapped maybe. I mean, also surprising, we don't see any musketeers upgrade yet from none of these players. I guess just because they ship those units, but well, this was a pretty bad trade for Tedere there. Probably not gonna be enough for Stanley to push, just because he still have some low HP Minutemen. I can't talk anymore. Can you say something?
You have still some low HP Minutemen inside, and they just one shoot it and then they just die.
Thank you. Well,
so basically, we have one musketeer pop, by the way, who's going forward.
Oh, it's a 6. Yeah, it's 1 and 5.
Yeah, he adds a second Rex, and
he also.
Oh, there's
okay,
also
good.
second Rex. So I would really like from Stanley. Yeah, there we go. Musk attack.
Yeah, I actually would have probably like 5 deals just because he's not gonna push. He can just defend his hunt here. I like that Tedere went for 5 villagers and just gathering so much more all this time. You can see in the echo the gap. And
I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
Tedere really just needs to defend now. Well, I guess 5 is for 600 wood. He could have just shipped wood now, but I don't know. I guess I respect this upgrade. Oh, Tedere just making the same mistake again to push out when he really just needs to contain now. Just contain. You got more eco, you got map control. Just defend your front base and don't overcome it. The best way to lose the game is to overcome it, always. It's the easiest way. And now, well, if he can pop some musketeers, he's probably able to defend, to be fair. Yeah, there you go. Nice pop. Well, that's gonna be a close fight. That's gonna be an upgrade coming soon, probably for Stanley, but he doesn't ship it. Will anyway come in probably when the fight is over. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the insane British Musketeer Wars. It's gonna be close, but I think it's not gonna be a good enough trade for Stanley to come back from this eco gap that he has now. Just not enough, I think. Every single trade that Tedere takes is slightly better for him just because he got a bit more eco and can remass more. So if he keeps taking some decent trades like this, he will be fine. Also because there's not much food left here. Sorry. Like 3 animals. There's just 100 villagers fighting for 3 animals here, and you know, it's just so shit for Stanley now. It's pushing again just because of this, I think. Boss players shipping the last musketeer upgrade. Tedere can also just let his barracks die probably and be okay. If he just loses a racks, it's not the end of the world. It's actually a surprisingly close game. Was looking very good for Tedere for most of the game, and now it's looking kind of close, and more batches on the way for Stanley. But his problem is really the food right now. I mean, he got 6 villagers and food.
Well, he go here on this side of the map to gather some food.
Yeah, that's a bit risky. He can get raided. He doesn't really have much control. Look at this, starting to raid already. He's probably gonna get some good kills there. Also, he got he killed some musketeers here as well, which means that the military population is kind of even right now. Although he's also himself giving a couple of free kills. But I mean, he's pushing these villagers away. They're gonna have to go on top. It's a nice dance here from the players, but he's going back. Like, it's really a mind game. Like, you know, just going on top and then coming back directly, and trying to force him to come back to his barracks. And Tedere flanking with his musketeers, bringing back his other musketeers. He can probably just sit here and wait for the batches to come and kill them. I actually like this Brit Mirror. It was kind of intense, and it's not over. There's still a lot of action going on. Oh wow, that's why would you go back? Oh my god, there's just one longbow gonna be shooting.
Oh, but here also.
Oh wow, yeah, that's gonna be a big raid for red actually. He's maybe gonna lose 1 or 2 builds there, but pink is probably gonna lose even more. Also, these villagers are maybe gonna get trapped.
Yeah, the problem is Stanley is now 11 builds behind.
Yeah, but when the red builds keep running, it doesn't matter so much because they anyway don't gather. So we need to see what happens next.
Oh, what's going here?
Yeah, also this guy's gonna be spotted, but oh yeah. Oh wow, nice pop, but on the wrong side. Oh, he can even call Minutemen now, like to bring them here and put them in mini mode and block the pink musketeers. You need to stop walking. At this point, every unit matters because it's just like a few more units can just mean that he kills the whole pink army, and please put them in mini mode like right now in flank. Yeah, he tried, but not fast enough, and Pink is gonna run away. Maybe he could bring his Explorer in mini modes, and you really need to do anything in your power at this point to snare these guys and finish them all. But he still killed a lot of them, and now Stanley is slightly behind in military, much behind in eco. Well, he's also very much behind in score. Looking very good for Tedere again, but well, I don't want to call anything too early because we never know what can happen. Another Musketeer fight going on, guys, just watch it. So that moving is real. Oh, this bug with the Explorer, when you attack move your guys, they always go bug on it, it's so annoying. Costs actually a lot of Musketeers to Stanley.
Ouch. He tried to come back with 5 villagers shipment.
Hitting the llama directly where they spawn. Yeah, 5 is gonna help him catch up a little bit because it's true that he didn't ship it. But it's kind of late now, after 700 food. They basically ship the same shipments now, just not in the same order, but they ship the same stuff.
Yeah.
What is left now? It's the coin crates, I guess. And
Cav HP.
that's it. Yeah, Cav HP is completely useless. Or Virginia Company maybe. I guess Virginia Company would still be okay. Would still save some wood, but it's not. It's not good. It's not very good now.
Exotic hardwood.
Well,
They don't
have it. Schooners maybe. Maybe you can just make a dock here and a fishing boat with schooners, and he's gonna be cheaper and train faster, and then you can just put your units inside on and bring them on the other side of the river, you know. It could be nice. Maybe you should add some fish in here.
Oh, Tedere smells it.
Yeah, I think he Stanley just walked next to this manor, and then Tedere just reacted and is going to escape his villagers. Probably just going to hide them in this little alcove there. That's actually smart. Oh, kill him. Damn. Put this musketeer in melee mode and kill this villager. Risky move here from Stanley. Going in this choke here might get caught. Like I mentioned, there's still the Minuteman potential for Tedere. I'm not sure why he starts mixing longbows now, because they're essentially useless. They are so slow to shoot. You can't run around with them like they do with musketeers. So, but this, I want to see what happens to these guys. In my opinion, it's too risky for. I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, there you go. A bit early, to be honest. Could have called them a bit later, because now they're just gonna get shot. Could have called them when Pink was walking here, put them in melee mode, and just shoot at everything there. Oh, he's gonna snare. Oh, on the longbow. Let's use this actually. Gonna be another good trade for Tedere, but not quite killing all the units or something.
No, it's not enough. Is there some musketeers? Yeah.
Yes, there's just stuff everywhere on the map at this point. There's Veers here, musketeers here and here and here. And well, Tedere kind of stealing the food of Stanley at this point. I mean, look, now there's gonna be this hunt left, and well, pretty much, yeah, that's this one as well. But I think in the end, whoever can control this hunt, and I think it's gonna be Tedere. Look at this pile of villagers just coming in like this.
Oh god.
That's some nice villager micro. No, but I can understand at this point you're not really focusing on this. Could probably just drop a tower on the last hunt just because it's such an important hunt. Oh wow, Stanley already transitioned to mills. Gonna be tough. Oh wow, that's a lot of years dying there.
This could be coming back.
Oh wow, this could be a comeback, yeah. Although he might just... I guess at this point it's smart to mix a stable just to snare, like just 5 hussars to catch his musketeers and then kill them with your own musketeers or 10 hussars. But he's anyway, he lost some villas, this is true, but he's so far ahead in military and getting more and more ahead because he get just so many good shots. Look at these 4 musketeers dying, one very low HP, another one dying. It's just
double the military at the end of the day, and then when you got military and map control, do you really care that? I mean, he even got anyway.
No, I don't care.
But look, he got one more healing even. It's not. It's still looking very bad for Stanley. Which means I'm probably gonna be a bit richer than now. But I actually need to say I'm not sure where all his military is, because this looks like a fair fight, and he have like 50 more units somewhere on the map.
Oh, but wait, look what
Like-
is pink here on top.
Yeah, it's just villagers. He was getting raided, I think. Yes, that's what I mean, you know. Now Red gets map control because more units, so he can just deny the hunting. And I mean, it's very nice for Stanley that he got like 8 vills, but what are they gonna do now? He's gonna try to hunt again, but Tedere can't see it, although he's going away, so I'm not sure. There's just too many units now for Tedere. He's having issues to control
Oh,
them.
but look what is
Oh, he's going back in time, he's reacting, so this is okay. He can actually maybe flank, like bring his units on top here, and the other ones... Oh yeah, but I think Stanley saw it with his mana, so he's just going back. Just so hard to control everything when you can't fit it in 1 or 2 control groups. Maybe in 2 control groups actually could work, but... Oh, these are dead. Not the biggest deal, it's still gonna be... Tedere gonna be still ahead, but I mean he needs to take care, like the eco is fair. He didn't transition to meals. Stanley did already pay for 800 wood of meals, which is significant actually. There's still hands for Tedere, but he will need to make meals at some point, I guess. Unless he wins right now, which actually is possible. Where are his units? I mean, he got so much more stuff, but they are not fighting. They're just everywhere on the map. Ah, he's taking the worst trade he could get. It's making me mad, actually, that he's doing this right now. Like, just got so many units walking on the map, and
no.
could have probably made just 2 barracks it here, you know, to spam from the middle and not from so far. Well, he's gonna be okay, I guess. He just got so many batches on the way and still so far ahead in military. Gonna clean up, but I mean, this was like really the worst fight that Tedere could get. He probably lost more units than Stanley there. But now, well, what is Stanley gonna do? He doesn't even have Minutemen anymore. He's not aging. Probably can't ship anything. Because he already got an unsent shipment. The meals are gonna be idled. Looking very bad for Stanley.
Yes. Looks
There's
not
still
good.
those villagers, though, so like survivors. And even these ones, like, how many times did Tedere just walk here and didn't see this villager on wood? It's over. Okay, yeah. GG was actually a very good game.
Whoa. Tedere goes to round of 16, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Tedere12, and well played by Stanley Winston.
Yeah,
I guess.
very well played by both players. Was actually a very good series. Stanley trying to pull all his villagers for the final fight, but you know, I mean, he's so far behind in military, and those guys are not CDPs, they're just villagers, so I guess he should have pioneers in deck. They're just gonna die. Well, I kind of enjoy to see those guys dying, though. Always good to see some vills dying.
Okay.
I dream of it at night, I need to say. Yes, that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and well, this was just a very good series. Stanley Winston made it to round of 8 in the last tournament, and now he's going out in round of 32, which is kind of an upset.
Come on, he just didn't practice it, or he just came back to the game like 5 days ago or 1 week ago.
I know he didn't practice, but he just beat Mongovillion, and now he's losing to Tedere, which
Tedere is the new incoming Age of Empires 3 star on the horizon.
Horizon, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that's a very good series.
Yeah, congratulations again to Tedere12, and well played by Stanley Winston, and thanks for this nice and close series.
Yeah, I think the stats can be interesting there.
Tedere just early on got this advantage because he was just more all in, and I don't know, somehow got some good trades here. And then it was just hard for Stanley to do anything. Even when he was able to outmass a little bit, it's not so easy to push into a barracks and a tower.
The problem was just on some point that Stanley didn't hurt his food, and Tedere was going on his food and his hunt and pressure him there.
Yeah.
In the cliffs.
Yeah, and yeah, then Tedere was not even taking the best trades, like losing a bit too many units here. Even here you see he had 2 times more units and still lost a ton. But in the end, I mean, he was just ahead, and also ahead in villager for the whole game basically, like from the start where he made more manors in transition to every time in the game. Oh, my bad, here Stanley was ahead, but he was mostly always ahead in villagers, and I think we can see it in resources. So yeah, and also probably more kills for Tedere. He got overall still some better trades. He got less kills with more units, so yeah, he definitely didn't take some very good trades, in fact, my bad. More units and less kills, but still winning just because he got more units, so yeah, very good game. And that's it for today. There's no other series scheduled. Was actually pretty long. I think it's 2 hours 30 already or something that we're casting.
Yeah, so I would say thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope you tune in this weekend. We will see a lot of series.
Yes, this weekend, the Sunday especially, I think there's a ton of series. I need to advertise myself there. I'm gonna play the last series, but even
no
before,
one cares.
even before, there's some good series, I think. Like maybe Prince against RO32, I think.
Yeah,
And,
there's
something
Ulan
else.
and there's Hazard versus Biwina.
It's Ulan against Sompu also. Yeah. It's just gonna be a
Hazard
ton.
versus Biwina, and there's so much.
There's so much stuff. So just check the forums and the skiddering thread and stay tuned. And well, I hope you enjoyed as much as we did.
Don't stay tuned. Tune in then. And don't stay tuned, because then you can't sleep.
Do what you like in the end, and thanks for
Exactly.
watching, and see you soon, guys.
Bye.